can do everything right and still fail, and do everything wrong and succeed. Like, bottom line, I'm not downplaying what you go through. I'm not downplaying that. But sometimes you gotta just kind of take a step back and look at how blessed that you really are. Right. Looking at me like, he's a little bit too emotional.
Yeah.
It might have happened. I think it did happen.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, no, it did not.
He's too emotional. He cares too much about proving his innocence.
It's like, okay.
I don't pay attention to the days no more. I don't pay attention to the days no more.
Yeah. Welcome back. Another episode of day to day. You know what I'm saying? Just day to day conversation. Our opinions, your opinions. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is solid. We just telling you what we think. Y'all tell us what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? Josh Lou, you already knew.
This is Jay-Z the Kid here. I'm pass the mic to my guy over here.
Mr. Certified Stepdad. Why my mic's
Hey, he was cold. He was in certified.
Who been sitting on his mic? I'm trying to figure out.
Dang.
Mr. Certified Stepdad. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? AKA single mother supporter. I'm out here in a major way, baby. Y'all remember that?
Bro, why he said certified? Like, hold on, hey, cut. Switch mics.
That's literally what killed me. He said,
Backing up better.
He's sniffing. Anyway, y'all know.
Shout out to my
is.
listeners out there. Shout out to my followers. I love y'all.
it's always a good time to be back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is, man. Y'all do know it's June, and June is Men's Mental Health Month. You know what I'm saying?
How could I forget?
I've been seeing a lot of memes. I definitely didn't know. I just seen.
It's a big thing, but it's a silent thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
You think that's why Lil Wayne released his June 6th?
That's actually
You think he got some stuff going on?
I don't know. I mean, come on, every man got some stuff going on.
Well,
I know what you mean. What did he mean to do that? Because
was it intentional?
I don't know. That's actually a pretty good question.
what do we know what the album's called?
Carter 6.
It's
I
Carter
thought it was. I thought it was.
The Carter 6, right?
All his albums is called
the Carter
Yeah,
VI.
That's what I thought.
The Carter VI.
That's the sixth.
That's what I thought it was.
Okay.
That's what it is. The Carter VI.
I don't know nothing about them Roman numerals.
The Carter VI.
Roman numerals. I'm just playing, y'all. Y'all don't come in like I'm dumb or something.
Yeah, we know.
Did you
what
say
it is.
Roman noodles? No, I didn't. It was Roman numerals. I hope I'm pronouncing it right.
Intentional. You remember because I was going back to what Lil Wayne was talking about whenever he was like the skater dude, the rock star guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That little summer song that you was talking about, that little island.
Island in the Sun by Weezer.
Yeah. So it low key reminded me back how it was back in the day.
I don't know, bro. I would have left that song alone.
I actually listened to that one. I actually thought it was good.
You remember when we saw
okay?
him with Blink-182?
I did.
Are you a fan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that was
Totally
Are you a
changed
fan
with
of
Blink.
Weezer?
I'm definitely a fan. Brother, when I they called me Lil Wayne Jr.
No, I said, see, that's what I said.
I'm definitely a fan of Weezy.
See, now y'all see what I'm saying.
I'm definitely a fan of Weezy.
I wish I was
Weezer.
lying. I wish I was lying. I
That's
wish
what
I
meant.
It ain't my fault I be stating facts. Niggas get mad because I state facts.
No, I said
wish was
Weezer.
lying.
Are you a Weezer fan?
like
See,
the band.
Brother, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's exactly what I said.
Okay.
I can see why he would think it was a good song because, he don't even know who Weezer is.
Yeah.
He's like, are you a fan of Weezer? I love Lil Weezy. No. Weezer. I love Lil Weezy. What are you talking about? I love Lil Wayne.
Oh, you talking about the band. You talking about the
Weezer.
band.
The song,
That's exactly what we're
basically
talking
the
about.
song he
You talking
did,
about the band. That's a spinoff?
Yes, that's
It's a remake. It's a remake. You
Yeah.
need to listen to the original, I guess.
That's why. I mean, that's the whole point of the Carter though. Like he be spinning.
It's
off on
it's
all
kind
these
of
songs.
like
I
what
get it, yeah, but that song is
But he letting you know, yo, I can do that and I can kill that.
you know what's funny. What that brings to my mind is Rod Wave. Have you ever listened to a Rod Wave album?
He be
Half of
letting me
it.
hate everybody.
No. Hold up. Half of it is literally like just random songs by like Hey There Delilah, Paramore, and he's just making his own stuff.
Yeah, he's making those. I think that's what a lot of people doing now.
I guess so.
But I tell you one thing though.
How they don't get copyrighted for that? But we
I-
play a song
I
on
think-
TikTok,
I
they
think-
take it off.
I've thought about that.
I think they gotta get permission for it because
They gotta get permission.
like what's the song with Robin Thicke and T.I.? Hey, hey, hey.
bro. Oh.
Hey, whatever that song. What is it called? Oh, everybody get up. I forget what the song was called, but
T.I. That's not T.I. That's a
it's a song with Robin
Pharrell.
Thicke.
That's Pharrell.
That's
It's
Pharrell.
Pharrell, T.I. and Robin Thicke. They actually got in
Yeah.
trouble for that because they didn't.
Oh,
it's,
it was a singer back in the day, and they
it's
sued him.
Marvin Gaye. It was Marvin
yeah.
Gaye's beat.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah,
The family
and-
sued him.
The family sued them because they didn't ask. Same with well, it wasn't a song, but
But low key, but did we actually hear anything else about that case? Like
You
they
did,
sued
you
him,
did.
but did they
like
win?
when it ended, yeah, it was a
They
big
won?
thing on it. You know, because they made a lot of money off that song, and then
Oh, yeah.
it's like you didn't even ask us because you use, you know, the beat. So I
They
think
still making money off that thing.
I wonder, like, what Lil Wayne went to. Like, what did he do to get that?
He the goat, bro.
Can I use y'all song?
Can I use that song right
I got a beautiful idea.
They probably heard him on a voicemail, didn't know what he was talking about. I was like, yeah, I think that'd be a great idea.
Really, the thing about me and my family is I gotta.
I mean, I ain't gonna like say like it's a terrible song. Like, oh my god, I hate that song. But
Yeah.
I just feel like certain songs shouldn't be messed with.
It should just be left alone.
Y'all want
You know what I'm saying? Like certain songs, you should be like, hey, ain't no way you can redo that song. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like
Like a sequel to a good movie.
I'm trying to think. Somebody just did like besides Lil Wayne, they did like
That's like somebody making a sweet potato pie, not a pumpkin pie.
Are you
Alright,
just
okay.
outwardly saying pumpkin
I think
pie
I know exactly what
is
you're
not
saying.
superior?
I see. I understand. I mean, I feel the same way.
That's
Sweet
really
potato,
what it is,
pumpkin. It looks the same.
I'm sorry for all
Doesn't
our
taste the
pumpkin
same.
spice lovers.
Yeah, like you kind of threw me for a loop for that one. Like, okay.
Pumpkin
Oh, yeah,
spice coffee latte type deal. That's
Alright,
it.
I mean,
It is what it is.
Am I making sense or am I making sense?
I think you're making sense.
but anyway, back to you with sports.
Channel
It is,
182.
like I say, the mental health month, and you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's important. As I get older, I realize how much important it is. And for those who don't think that it's important, it is very much.
I got a lot going on up here.
A lot of it. A lot going on.
Like nigga, I'm crazy.
If you don't believe you got a lot going on, then like man,
Then you got a lot going on.
just take a mental picture. Just take a mental look at yourself in the mirror, and just lay it all out. And that's not just the good, the bad, and how you feel every day, and
Right.
what you got locked up inside, and what you don't like talking about, and maybe somebody you don't like, or it's just a lot of things, man. And it's good to be able to talk to somebody about those things because it's a lot of weight on a person, and a lot of times with us as men, that weight, we're the only ones carrying that weight.
How y'all think everything is kind of progressing as far as because you're seeing this more often, men's mental health. You see that all on social media. You know, when it blow up on social media, it becomes very
it's over,
prevalent.
yeah.
Do y'all think that that's actually making a difference in a guy's life? Because now you get to see videos on men expressing themselves about, hey, this is what's going on in my mind. This is what, I prioritize, especially when it comes to women trying to understand men. You have nothing but content on social media now. So do y'all think that, having this mental health awareness month, what type of progress is this bringing? Or are we still stagnant? Are people, does people just don't care, or what's happening? What is your thoughts?
I think, like, I'm trying to think of how to word this. Some people, obviously, they're talking to them, through their heart, telling what they need to tell. I feel like what I've realized is some people also use it as a way to further their own agenda, too. Like, get themselves out of there. Like, maybe, I don't know, for example, someone doesn't really care about men's mental health, but they're just using it to create their own platform and get out there just because it's simply just popular at the time, Yeah, it's popular in the sense of views on social media, but it's not popular in the sense of like I'm actually trying to help you.
More of a gimmick to get.
Yeah,
get
pretty
more
much. So.
views or more
But
attention or whatever.
I could be. I mean, that's just my perceived
I
my
think that's
perceived
mixed in
notion.
there with it.
Yeah,
I think that's in there with it. You always have the two customs where, I'm for real about it, or I'm just gonna set up and get some clickbait.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that. Jules, that's one thing that's probably going on. The second thing that's probably going on is it is getting better because you got more people. So you got three types. You got the ones like you say it's business. You got the ones that's actually honest, and you got the ones who probably like don't want to have nothing to do with it because they still want to keep those things locked inside. You know what I'm saying? You still got people that's like, hey, well, I don't need nobody to talk to. I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm good. I know what to do when. When I feel this way, I go play Call of Duty, or I go fishing, or I do this, or I do that. So you still have those who are not welcoming it. The simple fact of like, hey man, if you got something going on, whatever, talk about it. Or if you feel a certain type of way, talk about it. Tell somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I think those are the three different like what's going on. But at the same time, you do have a point because now people are more open about it. They're more open to it. And if it's on social media, then you're going to you got the people like from when we grew, back in the day, our time when we grew up, like, hey, you don't cry, you don't do this, you're a man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So now as we coming into the future, present time, you got more like, hey man, like a man can only take so much. So at the same time, you got the evidence of the productivity of constantly keeping it on people's mind. So we're getting somewhere. We may not be getting somewhere as fast as we want to go, but we still got the evidence that we're moving forward.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring it to another side of the spectrum, right? So yeah, you say progressing, moving forward. Okay. But are we also enabling? And what I mean by that is since this stuff is so prevalent, is this giving people a reason to act out and do crazy stuff, and in a sense enabling this type of behavior in order for them to get the attention, and then go so far as to now they're stuck in this, we talked about it before, a paradox, trying to figure out what's real, what ain't real, and then next they take it to that next step.
I agree with that.
Thought you got beamed up for a second.
He was between
for
his
real.
thighs. And
Gong gong.
yeah.
Hey, now listen. I know that's the cheap Android ringtone. So before y'all get to like talking mess,
Got that off government assistance.
Yeah.
They gave that for free.
Look, for this the food stamp phone, y'all. Like, hold on, let me turn this mug on salad.
Habitat for Humanity.
Yeah, for real. This is the one they had a tent set up outside of Harvest Foods. If y'all know what they Harvest Foods, Piggly Wiggly's, Edwards Food Giant, y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's get back on topic though. Let's get back on topic.
Right.
Julian said, I thought you got beamed up.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on?
Oh, smoke alarm going off.
Gong gong. I almost thought we started an episode of Law and Order. I was like, whoa.
In the criminal justice system. I see what you're saying there. You saying there's people coming along who's basically using it as a crutch.
Yeah.
Right,
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see that because I at the same time I can, but I'm over here on this other side. On the left side, I can see what you're saying. On the right side, I can say this, that your trauma is your trauma. I mean, your trauma might be that you lost your job. You lost your job making $50 an hour. Now you make $40 an hour. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even made it there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can't step on your trauma or talk down to it because I'm not you. I'm not you, and I don't have the same feelings as you.
Well, we know that.
But at the same time,
we know people trauma is their trauma, right? Is just the
but
other side of
the
the
only reason I
spectrum.
say that because I know this. If you complain to me about like, man, I'm had to take the 24s off, man, and put my regular tires back on. Man, that's why I got a lot of mental health things going on. I'm gonna be like, Like, bro, like that's not, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm just kind of saying like, your trauma is your trauma. But in a sense, I'm agreeing with you because, bro, like, do you really have to go talk to somebody? Is that really a problem?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a real problem that's bothering you. And I only use it as an example because there is some things out there that you would find light that I would find heavy, or I would find light that you would find heavy. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like you say, I do feel like there are certain people using it as a crutch. And I guess I feel like that because in my generation leading up to this generation, I'm seeing what some of them are going through. And I'm like, bro, like how you can't pay, how you complaining about you can't pay your Hulu bill or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, man, I come from a time where, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean.
Y'all complaining about y'all can't pay $50 phone bills.
Yeah.
Like, really? With the stuff that we got going on today and all the opportunities that we have today, we didn't have, and I'm not speaking how much time has changed, how fast it has changed.
Yeah.
I'm not speaking like I'm 60 years old. Y'all know how much it's changed from us being 10 to now.
Yes.
And you still complaining about like, man, like, oh man, I gotta find me a job, bro. You didn't have about 30 jobs. Well, that's over exaggerating, but I know some people that didn't have a lot of jobs. Like, what's going on, bro? What's going on?
Yeah.
And then like, I done had people. I know certain people like after payday they complaining about like, I don't know how I'm gonna pay my rent, bro. You just got paid. It's like, what do you mean you don't know how you're going to pay your rent? Well, I had to buy me some new clothes, or I had to look fly, you know, for the honeys, or whatever that is, that, you know, whatever floats your boat. It really ain't none of my business. But at the same time, bro, don't be using Men's Mental Health Month as a crutch for that. You know what I'm saying? So I agree completely with what you're saying.
Yeah, I get it. That's all I was trying to, you know, figure out, because it's two sides of the coin when it comes to, you know, that I see a lot of, like I consume a lot of content when it comes to, you know, these type of days, you know, mental health awareness, all that. You know, I want to understand, you know, the situations behind everything, because, you know, now everything is getting out to the open, and you never know what people are going through. Like, you feel empathetic, you know. Yeah,
for sure.
But you know, sometimes you may have gone through something, and you watch a video and you be like, dang, I understand what he's going through, you know. But then, like you say, other times you may watch a video and be like, nigga, that's
like, bro,
do you feel like when you're watching those videos and you don't like agree with, let's say they're having this problem with mental health, and you're just saying like you don't necessarily agree with it, is that just you maybe like using your intuition on your experience on, like, I guess what is worth worth the I guess the pain to go through?
Mean, it's
I view it as an intuition thing, kind of.
It is. I mean, because like you said, he was talking about experiences. Like, what you experience is gonna be different than what I experience.
Right.
Yeah. And so if someone's going through that, and if they give a good description, you know what I'm saying, for me to, you know, kind of understand the situation. Yeah. I can be like, oh, I mean, I get it, but you know, if I was in that situation, I won't react like that. Like, it won't be the end of the world. Cause
right.
I remember we were talking about one of them third world countries that get bombed all the time. Like, every day, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
yeah. There's a bigger picture out there. Yeah.
So the example I made out there for listeners is like, over here, we're in America, right? So we're in America, and we think that, and we went through COVID, which was a big thing. It was. Like, I'm not going to downplay it. That was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But we over here, we complain about the price of eggs and the price of gas while they getting bombed every day.
Yeah.
We're like, oh my God, this is the end times. Gas and eggs has went up, and we got a person in the office that's like this.
Yeah.
But imagine like waking up every day and like hoping your house don't get bombed.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. I mean,
you know, I'm not trying to down like, bottom line, I'm not downplaying what you go through. I'm not downplaying that. But sometimes you gotta just kind of take a step back and look at how blessed that you really are.
Right. It's always a bigger picture.
It's a bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? It's easier said than done, because your problems is your problems. I get that. But take a step back and just realize how blessed you are. Like me, man, I can walk in the house and sit there and it be 99 degrees outside, and I go in there and turn the air on 69. 68. Like, I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed. There's some people out there right now under a shade tree.
Yeah.
Trying to dodge the sun.
Mhm.
And I get it. Like I said, it's easier said than done because sometimes we be looking at the stuff that's going on in our life and what's going on, and it's like, man, things just keep happening and all that. But just look at it sometimes like you got a roof over your head, you got a car to drive, you got a job, just all these things that you have. And I always say, I always go back to one thing. Like last podcast, I said that some people think that they as low as they can go.
Yeah.
But the lowest you can go is 6 feet under. That's the lowest you can go.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to take that suffering from you based on the traumas that you went through. I'm not trying to do that. But just remember, in certain situations, you're more blessed than the next person.
Mm-hmm.
So as the saying goes, like the old heads used to say, count your blessings.
Mm-hmm.
Count them.
Yep.
Like, because you never know if you could be in this situation or that situation. So in some sense, and some depending on severity, take a step back to look at the things that you got right now in this moment. What you have, you getting in your bed, getting under you done took a shower, get in the bed, get under the cover with a full belly, and you're still worrying about this.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Easier said than done, I know, but that's like something for you to start work your way to that.
Yep. You know what I was thinking of when you're saying that is when you do take that step back to look at the bigger picture, if you actually look even closer, there's an even more bigger picture than that first picture you've seen. Because I think that's just what kind of life's about. It's when we think we're going through these problems, day in and day out, we try to make them bigger than what they really are.
Right.
Because we're dealing with them right now and in the moment. But sometimes we have to remove ourselves from that time period, that moment, and really look at where our headspace needs to be at,
Mm-hmm.
Which, like Josh said, it's easier said than done. But
It is.
you got to do it. You just really have to focus and do it.
And I think mainly too because everybody be so self-consumed. Like everybody's consumed in self, their own issues, their own problem. But I've seen more satisfaction when I'm helping someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Or doing something that I do love. Like again, which in a sense is still helping somebody else. Just when it comes to construction and stuff like that, you get to build and see what you built. You know what I'm saying? You get to have that satisfaction.
Like staying busy,
right? And
you take pride in it.
Yeah, and you can come in and with this type of skill, you swoop in and you can kind of be somebody's savior. Like, oh, my roof falling. Okay, well, there's no issue. I know how to make it happen. I know how to make it stable for you or fix the problem. Yeah, I know how to fix the problem. And so I think a lot of times people just be so self-consumed in what they have going on that, you know what I'm saying, they go into that little hole and it's just like, oh, I can't find my way out. But like literally, when you go out and you help somebody else or you find satisfaction in doing something that you love, like that makes all the difference. You're not focused on yourself and all your problems and what you go through.
That is your way out.
Yeah.
So like have a positive like way out, just a positive way. So one thing's for certain, one thing's for sure, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
The things that you go through in life, especially real traumatic things that leave those scars on, you'll never forget them. But the part about life is it moves on, so you have to find your ways to deal with them.
All right.
So find a positive way to deal with them. Positive, like I just say, like, he takes pride in his work. He enjoys the feeling of somebody like saying, "Wow, man, like it ain't looked this good, man, since I moved here," or "It never looked this good," So he finds those ways into changing that negative. And well, I won't say changing the negative because once it happens, it's happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say changing his thought process to keep his mind on something positive. That positive release, because one thing about trauma is like, so things you go through. Trauma is like smoke before the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Trauma is the smoke. The fire is the pain. That's what's going to happen. It's always going to be there. So you got to find your ways to deal with it. Because once it's done, it's done. Time moves forward. It doesn't move backward. And once you hear it, you say it, you've been through it, it ceases to exist out here physically, but it still exists mentally.
Yeah.
You still can remember every second, every moment, whatever it may be you went through. But like Vontae say, find those ways positive to try to, I won't say move past it, but deal with it, because all of us are going to deal with whatever we went through a different type of way. But just know it's happened where people have dealt with these issues, whatever your issue may be.
Mm-hmm. And I be dealing with issues on a daily basis. Like, my life ain't sweet. You know, I go through the whole week, life going crazy. But then, you know what I'm saying, Friday come, I get that haircut. Now I'm looking like a sex symbol. And it's just like amazing.
Yeah.
You get the compliments. You know what I'm saying? You get the compliments and you just turn your world upside down. You know what I'm saying? You don't focus on self no more. I mean, you ain't focus on the issues. You be like,
focus on the compliments. You know what I'm saying? Everybody.
Men's Mental Health Month. Get a haircut.
Get a haircut. Get a haircut.
You know what I'm saying? Come
I
out here.
know a guy
looking like you should, the way God intended.
Yeah, that's how he intended us to look. You know what I'm saying?
Perfection. You know what I'm
But
saying?
you know what though? All jokes aside.
Well, no, I didn't ask to look like this. Y'all thought I was just born like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's his trauma, looking like a sex symbol. My trauma is looking like a sex symbol.
It's hard. It's hard.
It's
guys.
hard to be out here.
It's a blessing
You think
and a
it's easy
curse.
looking like a snack? You think it's easy?
I gotta go out here with a mask on
Put
in the
$1
morning.
in the vending machine. You think that's easy?
I gotta put a mask on and take my trash to the end of the road.
Yeah,
It's hard.
But get to what you was talking about. You said,
But like, you know what I'm saying? All jokes aside, man, you can start out with, like Vaughn say, start out with something small. You know what I'm saying? Start out with something small. Maybe like getting a haircut. You know what I'm saying? It may be making your bed. I mean, you know, just something positive, some type of positive productivity. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself out of that rut.
Yeah.
Start with something small, because a lot of times that's how it happens with something small. You may start eating, or you may start, you know, I ain't gonna worry about that. It starts off small and it becomes big. So the same way when you're working towards something positive, start out with something small and achievable. And then keep going and going and going. And before you know it, you know what I'm saying, you'll be doing a lot of positive things to keep your mind occupied off of what happened so much and what you can be doing positively towards, you know, the future or whatever.
Yeah.
So do you now we have a proven track record that social media causes a lot of
Yes, yeah, it do.
a lot of issues. Do we also think that a lack of self-love and self-confidence plays a role in someone's mental health? And, you know, the downfall of the brother that was successful for 30-something years.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you see him homeless on the street.
Yeah.
You know,
It does.
how
It does.
much does self-love and self-confidence play in that?
Man, I mean, I could put it like this. Like, I can see how if you look at that, that's how you be. It's kind of like, let's say it was a few of y'all on one side of the river, and two made it across successfully. And so it's five of y'all. Two made it across successfully. All right, the third one went across, he sank. That's going to automatically affect your confidence about making it across. The first two was like, oh man, they worked hard, but they made their to the other side. You like, psh. All right, number three, you going across. I'm number four, I'm right after you. As soon as number three go across there, he sinks. It's like automatically you like intimidated by the situation.
Yeah.
Based on what you just seen. You saw the first two be successful, but this number three has kind of made you like, and they all went the exact same path. So it's like, bro, like, what if I'm next? Like, I don't know if I want to do it. And you got number five behind you. Basically, what I'm saying is everybody is going off that person's example. Everybody is going off the step that they made. So number one went, number two followed number two, and number three was trying to follow number two, and it didn't work out for him.
Yeah.
So now I'm over here on this side. I'm number four, number five. Number five is going based on my confidence, and they didn't even win.
Yeah.
So automatically he's struck and intimidated because I'm struck and intimidated because he's after me.
Yeah.
So I can see how social media in that example could like hinder you from taking that step because you're like, I'm looking at this and like, I don't know. But what you got to come to understand is this: life is random. You can do everything right and still fail, and do everything wrong and succeed. It's random. You don't know which side you're going to be on. Based on the decisions you make, you can kind of get to where you want to be.
Yeah.
But there's different things there's a lot of things that you can't control in life.
Yeah, a lot of factors.
It's a lot of factors. So you just got to kind of sit there and try your best to make every right decision, because you're not going to make every right decision. That's why I say try and just see where it goes. But as you say, that self-love and that confidence plays a big role, because let's say that you made it further than number 3. I'm number 4. I made it further than number 3. And now I'm getting a slipping and it's getting a little deep and all that. If I don't have the confidence to keep pushing forward, if I don't have the self-love to know that I love myself enough that I'm not going to let myself go down, then I'm going to get even more intimidated. Now that's going to kind of affect my...
Yeah.
I tell you like this, perfect example. And y'all know I always tell about the Bible, perfect example. When Jesus reached out his hand and told, hey, I'll catch you. I'll bring you aboard, right? He was doing okay. He was doing just fine, until he started looking around like, man, there's some pretty deep water. If I try, that's when he began to sink, when he lost his focus on the one who did succeed.
Yeah.
So if you don't have that, like, I'm going to keep my focus on these people that did succeed. I love myself. I got confidence that I'm going to make it. Then you'll begin to sink. Then you'll begin to teeter, totter, whatever you want to call it. So that self-love and that confidence in yourself goes a long way. A long way.
And you always see people talk about taking a break from social media just for that simple fact that, all right, it's human nature to compare yourself to somebody else, especially if they got what you got or got what you want.
Got what you got what you want, right?
Right. And so, yeah, in that sense, they got what I got, but then how they use what I got is another thing.
Yeah.
Like, dang, I should use it like that. So you have those, instances where, what I'm saying, like that comparison happens. And so my thought is, because I don't know if I'm one of those ones either that just have the self-confidence like that to not compare. Like, you got to be
you should have it all figured out.
Strong, yeah.
You gotta have it all figured out.
Like, if you're on social media all day and seeing what people are doing, I guess you just gotta have it figured out.
You gotta have it all figured out.
You're not comparing yourself, to somebody else's situation. But that always it's a mind-boggling thing when I see one of those homeless people. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, could have been a CEO. But I don't know, 20-something years on the side of the street. Like, I never understood, like, the mental click that happens to somebody that just... You remember the famous basketball player? That was in
that narrows it down. Was he black? He was a famous black basketball player.
He was. He had
I know
braids.
exactly what you're talking about.
He had braids.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
And you know what I'm saying? He lost the contract or whatever. But he ended up being homeless on the side of the street. But he would wash cars.
Yeah.
Windshields and stuff like that. Like, I never understood the mental capacity of somebody like, okay, I can wash a windshield, but what's stopping you from going the extra mile and, getting the job or something like that? Like,
I feel
I'm
like
not in that position, so but it's something I always thought about. Like, how do you get from up here to boom, something happens, maybe a divorce or whatever. You gotta give all your money to your wife or whatever, and then you just go from up here to down here. Like, what mental shift is that for you to just give up?
I can tell you exactly what it is. In my experience, exactly what it is. It's what we talked about last podcast. You be so high and so up, and you know where you're going and how you're going to get there, and you make a mistake and you let everybody down, or you lose a lot, and you feel like this is it. It is what it is. I'm done anyway. Yep. And you don't feel like you can get any lower than where you at now. And then you here and you get this low, and now you looking like it is what it is. I can't get no lower. Then you from here, and then you get this low, and you be like, oh, I really can't get back now. And then you from here and you get this low. When you give up on yourself, like there's like it's when you give up on yourself and you're alive, bro. It's like an endless pit. It's like an endless falling.
Yeah.
It's this.
That's that
You don't
self-love.
you don't care nothing about where you going or where you at or who you hurt or even who loves you. You just know that you messed it up.
Yeah.
I can put it to you like this. Prime example. It might have been like we talked about the basketball player. Let's just say somebody messed up so bad that they just left and hey, just let themselves just waste away. In their mind, they know that they let everybody down, and that they understand how these people feel about them because they know they were in a situation where people did that around them and how they talked about them people. So automatically they know I ain't worth nothing, man. I'm done for. If they talked about them with me like that, just imagine what they saying to me. So I cut myself off from them. I just let myself go. And in my mind, I know that they hate me. But on the other side of that, you don't know if they hate you or not. They could be like wondering, like, man, when is he gonna get his stuff together, man? I don't know where he is. He won't answer his phone. Like, I really miss him. I really want him to do good. You just never know what the other outcome is. It's kind of like I said last podcast about always thinking about the negative. Oh man, man, I know they hate me, man. I know I can never come back from this. I mean, hey, I might as well. Hey, I might as well just keep on trucking, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm done for anyway. I always like to say, like I said last time, you're not done till you're 6 feet under. It's people with no legs, bro. It's people with no legs, no limbs, getting married and starting families. It's people with just on. It's a guy. I don't know what his name is. He got dreads. He don't have no legs. He in the gym and he's making videos.
Yeah.
Bro, you're not done till you 6 feet under. You know what I'm saying? When I see people like that, I get a little like,
Yeah, it's like inspirational.
yeah, like, dang, I'm complaining about my back. This dude ain't got no legs.
That's a perfect example, though. Like, legit, he ain't got no legs.
And he out here getting it.
Right.
I mean, he lifting weights and everything.
What? That's the equation, though.
Yeah, I'm like, dang, he out here getting it. And I got all my limbs, and I'm sitting here in the bed talking about some, it's over for me. There's
Well, you
nothing
gotta
I can
love
do.
yourself more, bro.
You gotta love yourself.
You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of life left to live, Josh. I know you.
Now, hold on. Now, I'm not saying that's how I feel now. I'm just using that as an example.
I thought we was all on the same page.
I understand you let yourself go. You look bad right now, bro. You got Crocs on your feet.
I thought he was explaining.
Your breath stank. Like, I've noticed you let yourself go. Like, hold on. I thought we was using an example, not me.
I'm just saying. I didn't know what was going on. I thought you was professing something.
Hey, bro, dude just talking about me dirty. Like, man,
Nah,
you got
I was
your beard ain't lined up. You mustard.
He didn't get a haircut.
Like, I just knew.
I've never seen you like this, Josh.
This isn't the Josh I know.
Yeah, you know, so you gotta love
what
yourself.
I'm describing right now?
Hey, look, we both.
Are we
like
foreshadowing?
This. What? Hold on now. Wait.
Hey, all I'm saying is you started professing, brother. I didn't know what was going on.
But I'm just saying.
You looked me in my goddamn soul. I was
like, you
hey,
like,
is this
dang,
real
John,
right now? Do I need to comfort him?
I knew it was something about you.
But no, that's. I think a lot of it boils back to the self love. Like nobody teaches you how to love yourself. Like you think about a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When we were young, you know, trying to, you know, have fun, play, you know, get off the couch. Don't jump on the couch. Don't do this, don't do that. Those are things we enjoyed.
Yeah.
But those are the same things that they try to teach us to, you know, not enjoy and take away. So what are you supposed to enjoy? You know, this is something that I love to do. And so I think a lot of us don't know how to love ourselves correctly. And then, you know what I'm saying? You get in these relationships. If you don't know how to love yourself correctly.
Can't love nobody else.
Boy, if I had to drop the mic moment, that would be right there.
Yeah.
Just right there.
Can't love, if you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody else.
No, and that's the thing. None of us.
People definitely try.
Right. Why did I agree to that? I just be saying right. I remember.
They do try.
I'm doing this because I'll be seeing myself in these videos, and I just be like,
right.
When I'm confused, somebody say something, I get confused. I'll be like, right.
Absolutely.
I don't know what the freak.
Right.
I do think the ocean has too much water.
There was a guy I used to work with, and I'm no joke. I would have a conversation with him. Doesn't matter what I said, he'd be right.
That's the feeler right there.
Yeah, that's all it is.
It's either right or it's
I do that one a lot.
Especially when you're driving and somebody talking to you, like they're really letting it go. You be like this. You put your signal on.
That's really accurate.
I can't
actually,
believe she said that to me. Like, do you know I work hard?
That's it, right?
That's all.
there.
That's really accurate,
He was like, I
actually.
had a real good conversation with Josh yesterday. He was really listening. They was like, what was that? What was y'all talking about? I heard y'all talk. I was like, man, I don't know what
He
to do.
said, I said 3 things.
yeah.
That's it.
What?
My go-to is that's what's up.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
That's
that's what's up.
it. Man, I just lost my job. That's what's up, bro. I mean,
No. Something like that though. I don't say it. I just be like,
if you're not listening,
That's
what you mean
crazy.
that's what's
Yeah,
up.
that's
No, that's
What
crazy,
about
bro.
that's wild?
that's wild.
That's
I do
wild,
say that's
man.
wild a
That's
lot.
wild.
I just lost my job. That's wild, bro.
That's wow, man. Like,
Yeah. You do.
you trying to fish the other conversation because you don't know what to say, so you're trying to fish that out. Like, carry on.
That's like
That's wild.
I'm probably gonna get a lot of flack for this, but
Yeah.
when they start telling me about they pets, I don't be caring. I just that's crazy.
I mean, if
You did what?
you're a pet person, you're a pet person. You know what I'm
Right?
saying?
Yeah. There's a lot of dog lovers out there. They treat them
It
better
is,
than
it
humans.
is.
Like,
Yeah.
You know,
have
you're a
full
pet person.
conversation with them. I seen this today. The dog had a podium to eat his food.
Hey, I'll do you one
Had a little light
better.
on it.
I'll do you one
You
better.
see, I had a little light on it.
Someone died and left $5 million
Yeah,
to
I
their
heard that.
to their pet.
Well, that's
Was this a cat?
I think it was a cat.
Yeah,
think it was
I
a cat.
remember that. I remember that.
And
wild.
yeah, it's
I think
pretty
that they
intense.
had relatives too.
they did, and yes.
Well, you know
that's
how
true.
mad I would
They
be?
had a whole family, but no, they gave it to the cat. $5 million.
That cat better not meow at me when I walk past him.
It goes.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna say. I'm just looking for me. I was gonna
you
say,
know cats make over 100 some sounds.
Yeah,
Is it 1,000?
I mean,
you're the
I
one
can
with the
see
facts.
it. I know a lot. They can make a lot of sounds. I mean, meow, eow, scratch.
And then they be wow wow.
Yeah, that.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Huskies do that too.
They do.
Yeah, Huskies
Man.
do a lot of different.
Huskies
noises
are
and
probably
stuff,
the
too.
loudest dog. I have no
You think
experience on
Huskies
this.
got a lot of mental health?
Probably.
I think.
You think dogs got a lot of mental health, Loki?
That's
I
kind
think
of a,
dogs just kind of match your energy, but
Bro,
I
be
do
seeing
know
dogs be crying though.
I do know dogs can. I mean, because you have a what is this called? The mental health pet. Like the people who not trying to sneak peacocks on the
service dogs.
airplane.
yes.
I have seen like the dogs react to a person crying, like
Yes,
hug
They
a
put their
person.
little head down.
yeah,
stuff
and be
like
rubbing
what's
them
the
and stuff.
what's the word for that?
that. A service dog.
Service dog.
It's service or
There's
whatever.
another word out
It's
there.
another word for it because I know
It's
they-
like a
they
it's
use
a
it- they use it to get these animals on airplanes and people like they
A
got
helper dog.
no. you're
It's
you're
something,
drawing
I
me
forgot
back
what
in
the
the
word
poll.
is.
I'm trying to think of this.
But I
thought I
know
was on.
A helper dog.
It start getting ridiculous because you know somebody on the airplane telling out, so yeah, this is my peacock, and it's like what
Yeah.
he about this tall, and he just spread his his
Yeah.
tail out and all that, so it's like it's getting ridiculous.
Yeah. I think you can. I don't know if there's any rules on like I could go get Angel right
bring
now.
them dogs in restaurants.
Yeah,
Yeah, they can,
No,
they
this is
can.
my what
I
is service
forgot what
dog?
the word is. It's
Google it. Siri, ask Siri.
Yeah,
What
we
is it?
gotta Google it.
You got Google
Hey,
though.
but also you remember on Major Payne when he brought that dog? He's like, "This is my blind
emotional
seeing eye
support
dog."
animal.
Yes, that
That's
is
what it
exactly
is.
what it is. Emotional support.
Somebody can have emotional support
Yes.
anaconda, like for real. Emotional support chicken.
That's insane.
Or duck. It's like, oh my
I've seen the
gosh.
duck. I've seen the
This
duck.
is my emotional support camel. I'm feeling walking in this
We're gonna have
restaurant
a
here.
emotional support panda bear.
You remember?
Yeah, I mean, like, and you can't say like certain people can't say nothing about it. It's like, hey, it's like, hey, you gotta get that out of here. It's like
Yeah,
Pandas are very
emotional
adorable.
support animal.
they be eating that bamboo.
You know,
And they be tripping everywhere. They just don't know how to use their feet.
yeah, they just be just rolling over and stuff.
I saw a post or a meme that said that when you the panda's eyes look like somebody when they take their glasses off.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I said,
That's
damn.
actually pretty accurate. I,
I said, that's how I look. That's how I'm never thinking.
He's like, that's how I look.
That's
I'm gonna
how.
tell you didn't have your glasses on.
Okay,
though.
Josh.
And we saw you, and you was like, hey, what's up, bud? And you was like, this. He was like, and so I was like, dang, how come? I was like, he don't have his glasses on. And they was like, no, man, he didn't even say nothing to him. I'm telling you, watch. When you see him, he didn't have his glasses. You stopped. You was like,
You stupid.
that's all he saw was a blur. He was like, did y'all hear
Hey,
something?
without my glasses, I can't.
It's over
I can't
with.
do
Just a
nothing.
bat.
Just
My
a bat.
glasses.
That's it. I can't see nothing. I can't do nothing.
What was that, Velma?
Yeah, my glasses, my glasses. So all you gotta do is knock her glasses off. She can't. She don't know where you is.
Can't do anything.
That's it right there.
But anyway, back to the self-love thing. Like, you know, y'all
That's
gotta have
self-love,
some.
yeah.
But now, self-love, what is it? Now, don't sit there and try to
Right.
be out of control
we ain't
with
talking
it.
about self-mutilation. It's self-love.
No, there's a line
No.
there. And what I mean by that, there's a line
ain't-
there. What he
You
said,
ain't talking to yourself all type of way. You know what I'm saying?
what
You
he
gotta
said,
be-
and then
be
also like having too much self-love where
Right.
that you think that you're better than everybody else, or
Yeah.
That's called egotism right there.
yeah, you've been so conceited, whatever. You gotta know how to balance that self-love.
that
you know what I'm
in-
saying?
The dictionary.
Yeah,
right.
you
Look
gotta
that up.
balance
Look that
it.
one up.
Because there's some people that love themselves so much that it's like it causes other people to like not want to be around
Yeah.
them.
I want to, you ever seen Suits?
Suits.
Is that like
The
a,
lawyer? The
Oh.
movie or TV show?
it's a
rather?
show. It's a show.
I think I've seen a few episodes.
I know about it.
I like not the little kid that was learning, but the other guy that had a stake in the company. I can't think of his name. I like his brother. What's your issue?
Bro, I'm young. I'm trying to hold his young. Hey, I'm trying to hold his young. That's why I was
We
like,
can talk about everything.
I'm trying to hold it. He was like, okay, so what's the problem?
Look,
Like,
All I'm saying is, you Josh get to say everything you want to say. No, y'all.
hey,
one of
bro,
us get to
I'm
talk.
about to sneeze. Oh, so you got a problem with me?
That's it.
But Josh hit that.
As soon as we bring up the subject, Josh got a yawn. What that's about?
He brought the.
I can see how my face was looking too. Like, so you want to bring that
I
up?
let Josh talk this whole time. No yawns. You know what I'm saying? Very interesting.
What's your problem?
Yeah.
trying to hold
And
it
then as
down.
soon as I say something about something,
Y'all
y'all right in
making
front
my
of your
glasses
face.
fog up. That's a
that's
good one.
wild, bro.
All right, back to the suits. I was trying
I
to
don't even know
hold
if I
it
can
in,
finish
bro.
it now. I forgot what I was doing.
It was
I've
something
been
about
hitting some
the
subtle
person-
ones. Just
The person in suits.
Oh, I
That
like
was
his confidence,
perfect.
bro. I love his confidence though.
yeah.
Like, yeah, some may have mistaken it for egotism and all that.
Oh
but,
yeah.
I mean, it was a beautiful situation to understand what you can get through. Josh, come
Give
on,
him a
bro.
chance, man. Listen, I'm listening to you, bro. I'm listening to you. Stay
When you-
focused.
look,
Stay focused.
When you have confidence in yourself, you know what I'm saying, that much where, it comes off as, hey, he think he's better than there. No, it ain't that. It just, I done this 10,000 times. I know what the outcome is going to be. And so that's a beautiful, I want that.
I feel like that he got a good point, but when a lot of people do that, it's because they're intimidated by your confidence. So
Yeah.
They're intimidated that you have enough confidence not to be intimidated by that situation.
Mhm.
So they're gonna try to be like, oh, this guy he just thinks he knows everything. Like, oh my gosh, why? Because he's taking the step that you're afraid to take, or he's taking the risk that you're intimidated. Okay, like let's just say it's somebody above you, and they're talking like that about you. Like he just think you know it all. He just this guy. Is it because that you know that your opportunity to take that risk is over, and he's taking the opportunity to take that risk. Now it's kind of got you feeling a little less confident. Self-confidence and people like maybe hating on you for that.
Because, mental health is tough. It's tough when you only got so much mental health.
You're gonna let me know when we're going, right?
We kind of he kind of threw me for a loop. There was like we're talking about confidence. Yeah, fishing is when you catch them bluegills. Like they have them bluegills, but they call bluegills.
Well, like I said, because we're gonna spice everything up anyway.
You're gonna spice it up anyway.
matter.
Yeah, it don't matter. It don't matter. Julian is a good editor. Man. I'm telling people.
Because, like, here's the thing. I get we got 58 listeners, right?
Yeah.
But right now we just
Are we doing this? Are we?
yeah.
I think you're a good producer, Jules. Like people be like I got some folks that I know be watching the clips.
This could be day 2 or something that you just clip up.
Yeah, like you like they be like, dang, how y'all get it to be like that? I say, man, got a good producer, man. He be editing them videos, chopping them up and stuff. Some of the stuff
This has been a passion project for me for a long time.
I was like, did I say that? I was like, what the? What was that part?
This is. I've always wanted to do some type of editing. Like I wish that was my
glad
job.
Oh, you did used to do.
I mean,
business
all
stuff.
those books right there are based on like editing and stuff. Like,
Oh yeah.
look, it
That's
says
right.
it says the handbook or filmmaker's handbook on how to make like certain
we did
cinematic
that.
stuff.
I Am Legend one.
I've always wanted to do
I Am
that.
Legend. I mean, like this is
This is a passion project for me. I feel very.
This is Julian's way to deal with his mental health.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Tell you something positive, something you can do with your hands, and just like
keep you on track.
Keep you on track.
Because
Man.
find something that whatever it could be that makes you feel like it gives you something to work for or worth what. Oh, no, that's fine. But giving you something that you can work towards and that you're passionate about.
Yeah, the determination, to reach that goal. The determination.
Yeah, we need to get Spike Spencer back. We need to hit him up. You think he'd answer?
Yeah.
I think he would.
Yeah, it is.
I do feel like that.
But
like
we got to have a certain amount of traction though.
The last time we had some traction, like we had all kind of emails coming in.
Man,
Like,
I wish I had the stats of what was our what's the word, concurrent viewers.
I literally was giving y'all that. I gave you the login information. Y'all weren't.
Hey, now hold on, now slow down.
No,
I was trying to tell you guys.
because y'all wasn't with it then.
We didn't care.
He did.
You were doing what
he was like, "Hey,
I was
here's the code.
you're doing what I'm doing now."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, y'all want to check up on it and stuff?" Like, yeah, we got it.
Yeah,
Like, what was the code again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
No.
sure.
And then now all of a sudden, I just don't care about it.
Yeah. I was like,
Hey,
guess what?
The table has split for me.
Yeah. I gave up on the dream, so now I'm just like going with the flow. But at first, I was with it. I was oh my goodness, man.
We should have kept it up.
We were literally making $20 a month.
It was pretty good too, because like
at least $20 a month, bro. So
the majority of the stuff we talked
on
about
repeat.
was just like chilling. Like we just chilling and we just come up, we just start talking.
We got fan videos.
Yeah.
People would send us videos.
Just straight email.
Yeah.
Like y'all was clowning me about my email, by the way. But
We did
literally everything that I got was from the email.
Yeah. It was pretty good though. I mean, where was we at? We was at like an Airbnb or something. The last episode.
So we did. We went to an Airbnb. I do remember.
It was nice. It was nice little, we watched TV. Had some
one
drinks.
of the episodes going to the Airbnb, but that was with the little biddies and whatnot.
Yeah. It was like. yes. Memories.
I don't think I was on that.
Nice.
He wasn't on that.
No, you weren't down. Julian went on.
No, I wasn't on. Like
they
maybe
locked me in the room. They locked me in the room to make sure I wouldn't try to follow nothing when everybody left. I was like, let's make sure because he been drinking a lot.
Yeah, you gotta lock him down. Lock him down, Phil.
Yeah.
You're up there.
I ain't know what was going on all the time. I'm like, oh, you guys are still here?
Yeah, what you
got?
got?
Hey, look, I fell asleep, woke up, everybody was gone. I was there in the Airbnb by myself.
That was not. That was good though, man. Those were good times, man.
I think
it was the winter time. I'm never gonna forget it.
Wintertime.
The winter times seems to be to me the best times.
Oh yeah.
Cold.
Yeah.
Man, I got like it's a lot of good memories from us being young. So about being cold and being able to have
being cold
hoodie on.
Oh yeah.
E&J is what we used to drink.
Old working shirt.
Yeah. We used to drink bottles of that, bro. Like
God, the green apple would really piss me off.
I don't even want to drink it.
Every time it's E&J, I would pray that there's not a green label at the bottom.
E&J, man. That was like the only thing. It's cheap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's right next to the Hennessy is 60, E&J 13. It's like, bro, I get a bigger E&J for. E&J.
Hey, hit me with the E&J.
The green apple.
That kept the party live all night, bro.
$13.99.
Then, hey, I'm talking, bro. We was doing concerts. We was doing everything, bro.
I remember I got let's see, the concert, the police showed up. Bro, I was so drunk at that concert. I remember when we sang What I've Done, I was like, I am Optimus Prime.
I am Optimus Prime. I do remember that
message to any remaining Autobots out there.
John was on the stage singing the song and I was playing the guitar to it, and you got John I am Optimus Prime.
Sam with Wiki, where are you?
I mean, we did some stuff, bro. That was
Yeah, we had some fun. Though.
We had
some pretty good.
that was some good times. Like,
You could probably count how many on your hand how many times I was on the podcast. The last one, I wasn't on many.
no, you actually won because you won. You won.
I was toward the end. Yeah, no,
Right.
I wasn't. It wasn't my gig.
right.
My gig. You make us feel bad, man. What you saying? Yeah, you guys just never like. You know,
Well, y'all were talking about stocks. That was like something I didn't have anything.
you guys
to
like
talk
never
about.
gave me a chance. You know, but it's okay. Now look at me now. Look where you are now.
That is true though. We did have a.
I don't want to say
okay.
nothing.
It started off at stocks, right?
Yeah,
It was. It started off
And
as
that-
like
like a
a
business type deal.
Yes.
low key. You know what I'm saying? Like we had you on one episode, and then we switched it toward
Yeah.
the end once we got more.
Mhm.
Yeah.
about life and things like that.
Because
So-
it did start out like about small businesses. And
Yeah.
So honestly, a lot of our fan base,
Ain't that bad.
even
Really good.
Spike Spencer, he wasn't
Was-
on there because of the life
He
aspect.
was on there like more of like
the
leading
investment.
up to something, investing. And
Oh, was he?
Mhm.
Yeah.
He was
That's something I
telling
didn't
us
know.
How he was doing investments and all that stuff.
Yeah, so low key, every guest that we had was actually based off our investing
Uh-huh.
podcast. So the fan base we had,
Oh, I remember that one guy too. Was it a real estate guy?
yes,
I think he
He was
was.
a real estate.
I do remember that episode.
He was a real estate. We also had another one that was in marketing.
Hmm.
But for the most part, the fan base that we had was actually just an investing niche
Mhm.
or niche. Whoever's out
Is there certain ways to pronounce it?
Yeah, some
Niche,
people get weird.
niche.
Like niche, like Maybach. I get Maybach. They Maybach. Why they call it Maybach?
What?
Sound like a Nigerian or something.
Yeah,
I thought it was Maybach. You know, only time I say is
Bro,
like
you hear
Maybach
That's
music.
what I was just
Yes.
gonna say that. You hear across the spokesman
Yeah.
for Maybach. Maybach music. I thought it was like
That's the only way. That's the only way I've ever
That's
seen
pretty good, actually.
I thought,
Maybach.
Will made it.
Yeah, that's it. But no, it's not.
No, it's totally different. That's off topic.
He's like, of course you.
I'm
should.
rambling,
Yeah,
I'm rambling.
Yeah, I won.
I'm rambling. Bro, lip quiver.
Yeah,
Mike Will made it.
It did. It did.
Trapaholic.
I'm dead, bro.
It's this Monticello, whatever.
Monticello.
That mother hit my man hard. That mother said, "It's this." And you would smell it. He was like, "It's this." I thought you was about to make out with it. You was like, "It's this." Hey, bro, come back.
That's the Monticello.
Make out with the mother, boy.
That's
Monte Carlo.
You finished it already?
No, it's like a little.
Bro, you finished it?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
No, I said,
have this
look,
much
You can't
yo,
hear it now. I still got a little. I said,
But,
I guess.
Loki, he just opened that. I've been
Hey,
an hour into
that's something I've never learned is to drink
Bro.
something slow.
You remember?
It could be anything.
Did
Could
you
be.
go to Julian's wedding?
yeah, I went. I didn't go to the after thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
he was-
my God!
Julian got hooked up, boy. Jules, you got like that.
Julian had everybody lit.
Yeah, no, there was alcohol there for sure. What got everyone? We had bottles of this big, but it was like wine.
Mm-hmm.
It was just
But first of all, I'm not no wine drinker.
yeah.
Yeah,
You just
It
thinking
was-
back.
You know the song we did, Barefoot.
I remember that barefoot poetry, son.
Bro,
Good old times.
I never had wine like that. I didn't know what type of.
Yeah, it was like Chardonnay. It was like the little bottles.
It was
of
a.
Chardonnay
It was
and
a. Oh man! It was the pink Moscato.
stuff. Pink Moscato.
Pink Moscato.
Bro, I
Yeah.
left that joint lit.
We have a video. That was a super fun night. Not only that I got married, but
Oh, you say
that no. But
It was slow. That was a super. Anyway, back to you. What
No,
I was
no,
like,
no.
some secrets.
there.
So
Did
he
you
was
ever
a
see the clip
sledgehammer.
of Mont yelling at the crowd of who made this cake?
No,
He
no,
literally takes, we're cutting cake,
Yeah.
and that's the groom's cake or whatever. He cuts it, he gets a piece, eats it, and there's a camera behind him filming. He just turns around. Who made this?
Who made this
Boy,
game?
lit, boy, lit.
Hey, bro, I was on 10, but you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
That was a
Like,
good time.
I can't say the person name because you know what I'm saying. Like people know who it is. But anyways, this person, we was all dancing and whatnot, and yeah, I messed around. So I grabbed. Well, I had the conversation with this person, right? It was a young lady.
You
Was
know
I
who
was
you
I
are.
there? Like, had I dipped already?
You already had dip.
Yeah, I didn't get to see the.
Yeah, it was some aftermath. It was some aftermath.
It's always, you know what?
I heard-
it
I-
always goes down after it has went down. You think like, hey, it ain't gonna get no better than this.
Wait.
I'm finna go home.
Let me tell just my side. We had like a 2-hour drive, and I heard that the party did not end until like 1:30 or 2. That's all I heard.
Man,
I was driving.
It was later than that, low key.
It probably did.
I think it was later than that because when I went to the crib, bro, it was like low key, like it was probably like 4
Bro, I missed
Whoa.
the parties, bro. I missed them. man.
4.
for me. Personally.
Also, what happened to John? I hope John got home safe. Well, he is safe now, but like I wonder what
for
happened that
some
night.
reason, I don't even.
John
remember
has like
being
a
there.
he
John-
has like a teleporting device. He can like dig underground,
Yeah.
stuff like that. You know?
John was pretty lit. I'd say I was
I
probably.
was tied up with some other stuff. I don't know.
John was real
I had my
emotional
mind on-
too.
I didn't know. He didn't know what nobody was, but he knew
It-
what somebody was.
It kind of shocked me that John was like super. I mean, I was getting married, but like John was like, my brother. I was like,
he was
yeah, I was like, man,
I
okay.
was drinking it.
yeah, for sure.
But I ended up, you know what I'm saying. We
4
was-
a.m.
For me, I don't know.
But you know what? That was like a regular night with Bunt, bro. Like especially if I rode with him,
Yeah.
it was like. I guess we.
But roll with
After it's past 12, you just knew like we finna be out here for a minute.
Yeah.
And it'd be the same thing, you know. We get drunk, you know. I'm just kind of like, Bunt might be chopping it up with somebody. I just
Yeah.
like do it. Because a lot of times we'll go places and like they would know him, but they wouldn't know me.
Yes.
So you know, I just drink. Hey, what's going on, Bunt friend? Then after a while, I was just.
You just stay still.
Yeah, it's just like I was just like, hey, I'm
Black
wasted.
Mirror right there.
I'm just go ahead and lay down. I'm just wasting. I'm wasted. There was some good times though, man. Like, we had some good times.
Yeah, that was
With y'all, man. I'm just telling you, like, dang, bro.
I did not enjoy the tail end of our relationship. Like, where Jules, Terry, Derry.
You talking about when other people got
John.
involved?
Yeah.
Wait, what are we talking about? The
Because
podcast?
before it was just
Not our
me,
podcast.
you.
This nigga.
Are we
No, like,
talking
what do you mean by
about,
This is our podcast.
I'm like, wait,
You
what
talking about-
do you mean the tail end
Yeah,
of this?
He was bad. What do you mean?
No,
I tried everything.
I know what time period you're talking
You
about.
know what time period I'm talking
I
about.
don't have
didn't
time
enjoy
for you
that.
talking about. Bring it on.
Oh my god. That was like the most terrible time for me. We talking about mental health, bro.
That was some,
It
yeah,
was
that
pretty bad for you. I
When-
remember.
When people was calling me a creep,
it's-
I didn't know what I did.
Man,
You know
I,
what
the
though?
freak?
That I think that as you know, you talk to folks and all that, and they be talking about the stuff they're going through. Younger people, you be like, man, you ain't going through nothing. But thinking about that, like, bro, somebody calling you something, and you're not knowing what it originated from, and you cannot prove that that's not you. Bro, that like freaking like
And then, and then the
man.
fact that the more you try to prove that ain't
The
you,
more it looks like it is you.
The more you look like that, I'm like,
It's like, bro, I
it's
never
more
did
like you're the
this.
problem.
yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you showed it. Like I ain't gonna say no names. Y'all know my situation. And I'm like, bro, that never happened. I'm telling you. And I'm so like,
Yeah.
and they kind of looking at me like, he's a little bit too emotional.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
might have happened. I think it did happen.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, no, it did not.
He's too emotional.
He's too
He cares too much
Yeah,
about
it's like,
proving
no,
his
you not.
his his
It never
innocence.
happened. It's like, okay, Josh, okay, all right. It happened. We see you're emotional about it. You wish it never happened. It's like,
It happened. We were.
The-
Shit didn't happen.
you're like,
It's just
bro,
be like,
like,
you be so in much disbelief, and you be like, bro, are y'all serious? Y'all really believe? Like, you can't help but to get upset. 'Cause
yeah, it's
bro,
like
that's not-
you
that's
see
not
their
it.
faces.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't believe me? I do believe you. No, you don't.
You don't.
I just don't see how could it be like, oh my God.
Ah.
He was a few, man, you know.
I mean, to this day, bro,
I had a
when
few
I see
stories.
these people, bro.
They still think the same thing.
Yeah.
To this day, about me is still the
Are we
same
talking-
thing.
I'm sure it's still the same about me, but when I see these people, I just be like, ugh, it's so much of a disgust. Like every time I see them, like it's just like, why are you here?
You know what so for me, what disgusts me the most, which is like push my buttons the most, is that like, okay, a lot of this stuff happened when we was real younger.
Yeah.
You know, now that we older, we have more understanding on situations that we didn't have before. And it's like, bro, you still hold on to something we were, what, 19 to 21?
Josh is onto something.
But at the same time, you remember we talk about trauma?
Okay.
Yeah, but
childhood trauma, right?
well, what I'm saying is, to me, so for me, it's trauma.
Uh-huh.
Okay, if it's trauma for me, just like you, it's trauma for you. At this point, I've made it up in my mind that, like, hey, you believe what you believe is whatever, because I'm older now. But for you, it's still like, once a snake, always a snake. You don't have any trauma for it.
Yeah.
You just being, like, messy. You still being messy. It showed me you haven't matured. Here you is, like, we were all, like, all of us is around the same age.
Yeah.
All of us grew up together around the same age. Bro, here we are, 31 to 35, and you're still being messy.
Yes,
Bro,
yes,
you
yes,
got
yes.
a family. You didn't have different jobs. You got a career. You got everything going for yourself. You didn't buy a house, whatever. Whoever these people may be, because I know some of them have started a whole life. And you still spreading these messy lies.
Yep.
Like, bro, like, at that point, it's like obviously you don't have anything going. You're not satisfied with where you are right now. Because, like I say, we were kids. We were kids. Now I get if it was something like, oh my God, like, but we were kids, man. We was all like I said, we was all doing something. And I know I can pick from everybody we was around. We was all doing something, And I look back on what those other people doing. Like, man, we were crazy back then.
Oh yeah.
The other people look at it like, oh my God, did you hear about what he did?
Yeah,
when
yeah.
he was 15.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, how old is he now? 48.
It's a
what
what's
48.
You know what I'm saying? Like, drop it, man. Oh my God.
well it's a drive for them. That's what it is.
I think
They get a drive for not only talking about it, but like what's the word? I can't think of the word, but like they get a drive off of not being able to prove whatever. Or I'm not saying Josh, but like just whatever
Just
the
people in
situation.
general,
yeah,
yeah.
whatever the situation is, they get a drive off of maybe spreading rumors or just whatever the case may be.
I just feel like them people are like, bro, you've come this far. And what's
Yeah.
crazy is a lot of them do have decent lives. That's
Yeah.
what's crazy. They do got decent lives. Some of them don't.
That shouldn't be involved with all this.
Come on, man. Like, that was so long ago. Like, and some of it don't even be. Some of them don't even be worth dragging along.
I just keep thinking about, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you be seeing these people, they come up in your face.
Yeah, they still be
Hey,
like,
how
"Hi,"
you been?
and you be looking like,
Yeah, I've been. It's like you be trying to let go. You know what I'm saying? Like, low key. All right, so you don't see, you know, out of sight, out of mind. You don't see them. You know what I'm saying? You don't think about them. Cool.
Yeah. You're saying if they're not present,
Right.
obviously, yeah.
You don't think about them. But then when you see them and they come up in your face and say something, how you doing? How everything been? Like, everything just kosher.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the last time I saw you.
Yeah, I got what you're saying.
Yeah. Why we having a conversation? Like, why we even trying to?
I see what you mean. You so basically what you're doing, what you're saying is kind of like how I feel like even though I haven't saw you, that doesn't mean you don't have to apologize.
And they never did. They
Yeah,
never
it's like,
apologized.
hi.
So you
How
never
are
got.
ya? How you doing? And it's
how
like,
you been? Like, you really interested in my life?
What's the
like,
word?
bro,
Closure.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like something like, bro, all that you did to me, you know you did to me. Now you trying to act like it's just okay.
Yeah, you everything cool, everything kosher.
Everything
trying to figure out
cool,
what's
yeah.
wrong with you. Now you talking about I look good, nigga. Come on now,
I've always looked good.
Yeah, I look good back then.
I woke
you
up
know?
like this.
That's
You
it.
know what I'm saying? But nah, I understand what you mean by
Yeah.
that. Because here I am, finna be 32, and it's still some stuff when I was like 17, 18, that's like, this. I just recently heard last year. I'm like, you still going around saying that? And you know, it's kind of like and that's where the trauma comes from. It's kind of like, bro, why are you mad about it? It's like I can't really explain why I'm mad about it. It's just like, grow up, bro. Grow up.
Yeah.
We're not even where we were like contained because of we didn't have driver's license. and
Also,
stuff.
who's benefiting from this?
They benefit in some kind of way, like you said. I think they getting a.
That's what I'm saying, Josh. Is that they're benefiting from themselves. That is the key. They're trying. I don't know what label to put on it. Like whatever they have within themselves, that's not giving them what they need. But they're trying to do this to cope with it. This, like you said earlier, this messy behavior. So.
Yeah, man.
I mean.
That brought us some. Boy, you talking about mental health? That brought some stuff up to me. I'm sitting on my phone. I don't even know I'm looking. I'm just scrolling like.
But we put these things so far behind, and then when it happens, you know what I'm saying? Because those are things that we haven't dealt with at that time.
Yeah.
It was a matter of coping, trying to survive, get through it. You know what I'm saying? Not try to look like the crazy guy because you always crying wolf.
Yeah.
So you had to do something to survive and adapt. And so you did what you had to do. So then as life, you know, keeps going, and then you see the thing of the past, and you be like, why you know, and the thing of the past is talking to you like everything is all good when it ain't. Because all the feelings boil back over now.
Yeah, you did say like Darian Terry's name, so I'll keep them in there.
Look,
but yeah,
because those.
I do hate how all that ended,
Mm-hmm.
and that does still bother me to this day. And I always ask myself, like, is there something I could have maybe fixed or done? But I feel like at the end of the day, there's just things that were out of your control that, what's the word? Maybe people were feeding that you didn't see behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it's out of your control, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I'll say majority of the time it's out of your control.
Yeah, it is. And you just gotta.
You kind of have to bear the load of whatever's about to happen, because that's just the way. You know, Josh said earlier, life's random.
Right.
Life's gonna hit you with some things you're not expecting, and you just have to figure out how to deal with it. And that's kind of what the last what do you say, last 4 or 5 years was for us.
Yeah, but you know, despite that though, life is random. You don't know what happens, but I feel like the choices, you know, decisions that we make is what can kind of, I say kind of mold our future to where we want to go. Now, you can't control how a person feels or what they say or what they do, but a lot of times you have that small window of opportunity to change the person's mind or change the person's thinking.
Oh,
you know, just like with us. I mean, I know we've been through our things, but look at us. You know, so I say, with that being said, for anybody out there who that has ever happened to, take comfort in knowing that you, as I say, you know, we talked about it in the group chat, you did everything that you could.
Yeah.
You did everything that you could. Let's say if it's a person you love or a best friend or a family member or whatever it may be. If you did everything that you could, you did your best, like, you know, give yourself a break. Don't be so hard on yourself because it didn't work out or that they're not around anymore, because obviously they made up in their mind that they didn't want to be around anymore.
Yep. And a lot of the times people can, well, I mean, like, I feel like we've done in the past is beat ourselves up for maybe something that what was out of our control, and we did our best. But the reality of it is that when we do our best, we need to be proud that we did our best, and just deal with that situation accordingly after we've we come to the realization that we did try all we could do.
Yeah, because there's only so dealing with an individual, dealing with another person, you can only, like I say, you can only do so much, and you don't want to get to a point where you're doing too much, where you're on this kind of self-destructive path, where now you've lost sight of yourself trying to gain that person back.
Yeah.
Is that person really worth yourself? Let's go back to self-love. Is that person really worth yourself, taking yourself all through this? And you're not getting any evidence. Now, I get it. If you're getting evidence that this person is trying to turn around or trying to come back into your life, I get it. But if you're not getting any evidence at all, like, is it worth destroying yourself to gain that person's trust back or that person's friendship back or just having that person back around? And as I say, it's easier said than done because there is people out there like you really do care about. I mean, I think the biggest, like one of the, in the top 5, losing somebody, as far as like, passing, that's number 1. But I think like one of the biggest things, the top 5 most painful things as far as like mentally, one of them, I ain't gonna say top 5, I'm just saying one of them. Is
random order.
Is loving somebody and knowing that they don't love you anymore. And trying to convince that person to love you again. That's like, is that person worth it?
That's wow.
I mean, I'm just saying, is it worth it? We've all been there.
That's actually crazy.
That's wow.
We've all been there.
That's why I work, Josh.
We've all been there, man. I've been there.
Well, we know.
Well, based on, I'll say this. Yeah. Like when we talk about that trauma, I'll tell you that. Based on,
you still hold on.
I still dealing with that, But I mean, just think about it. Is that person worth it? Whether it's a relationship, whether it's a friendship.
This is 3 podcasts in a row now.
Hey, now hold on. Now,
we had this conversation 3.
I'm just saying. I ain't never said that before.
3
I ain't never said that before. Now y'all listen. All right. Back to Jimmy with sports.
He hold on.
Back to Jimmy with the sports.
3 podcasts.
I'm just saying. Only reason I'm saying that is because
we need to find
that is.
You better reveal yourself to us. Who got him like this?
Hey man, listen. I'm just speaking from past experiences, not now. From past experiences.
Like Josh said, this may have been some past experiences.
This is some past experiences. Now that I'm older.
He said it's so nonchalant. So when you get hurt.
I'm not going to say top 5, but.
This ain't in no order.
I ain't going to say top 5.
But this is number 1.
Hey, listen. That's just speaking from experience. I'm a different person now.
This is
different person now. You know what I'm saying? I'm a different person now. As I get older, I come to see like those situations that wasn't what I thought it was.
Right.
That kind of goes back to what I said about what people be thinking and saying. Yeah. We done got older now, and we see we're now more.
What do they say? Hindsight is 20/20.
Yeah. Well, now we can
read between the lines.
So as we get old, so getting older is like this. We're here and we're kids, right? We're here and we're kids. Let's say anywhere from 5 to 10.
Yep.
So then when we get 15, now we can look down at ourselves from 5 to 10 and say like, man, that was crazy. Why would I do that? And now we at 20 and we looking down and we say, man, that was crazy.
Why would I do that?
You know what I'm saying? Now we're like, I can't believe, bro. I used to like skateboarding. That was the dumbest thing. I could have killed myself. You know what I'm saying? As
you
we
remember
get older,
that?
Yeah, that's wild.
as we get older, we look back on the things that we did and was like, man, that's crazy, or man, that was a good decision. So that goes, like I say, when people be bringing up stuff that you did and just holding on to this stuff, like, bro, you old enough to see what the situation was.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. At this point, you just like to be petty.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Y'all stupid.
That's what I'm saying.
This is the 3rd episode. Can I hug you?
Bring it in.
People from the past, man. That's all.
You know what I'm
good
saying?
and well.
It's like,
forget all them people, man. Don't come up to me asking me how I'm doing. Don't worry about it. It's free.
And now, with that being said, as I say, easier said than done. Trauma is smoke before the fire. Whatever. Trauma is smoke before the fire. You get that trauma, what helps you remember, then the smoke, then the pain comes back. That's something that Vaughn has.
How you gonna ask me how I'm doing?
So as the person asks him how you doing, that smoke it started coming up. So that's why I'm saying, I said in the beginning, like, whatever you dealing with is what you dealing with. Because I know it's some things, same with him, like he said, how you gonna ask me how I'm doing? How you gonna walk past me? You You could have walked all the way.
Yeah, yeah.
I be walking past folks. They be looking at me.
I keep my head down. I'd be like, oh, let me go
just
this
like
way.
that.
If I see a certain person in the store, I'm just like, man, I'm just have to go get some groceries from another store. I ain't gonna run into them.
I'll look in your eye and I'll turn around.
You hit him with that.
I'll be like, they be. I just keep going, bro. Yeah, they start.
You know what
smiling,
get me
bro.
though? What get me though is even those people who know what they're doing, they feel like that they're innocent. They're like,
Yes. Yes.
I've never done such a
now
thing.
I see why they did that. It's like, oh my god, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So as I say, man, like, is it worse being
You
in
gotta
the
be a
crowd?
smooth let goer. You
Yeah,
gotta be a
smooth
let goer.
goer.
Let go of all that.
There's a lot of stuff you need to let go in your life.
Yeah.
And I think we can add this to the list. We're not going to put in any certain category, not a top 5, but you can certainly add it to the list.
This ain't no type of category.
Yeah,
But
no
very
type of
important.
order. No type of order.
No order at all. But here's the number one thing.
This may not be your number one,
this
but
might
this
be
is
your
my number one.
But you know what I'm saying.
Who hurt him?
Is it
Who
worth
did that?
it? Is it worth
Put
it?
it in the comments below.
Is it
Put it in
worth
the
it?
comment.
Ask
You remember
yourself.
this person right here. Put it in the
yourself.
comment.
Dang.
What happened?
This person.
Josh
gotta
Lou,
know.
Josh Lou, you know what I'm saying?
Josh Lou, what it
and
do?
Okay, here's the thing.
We gonna advertise a mess
The
out of this too.
the only reason I'm able to say these things because I was stupid.
Oh look, he trying to
I'm just saying.
doing that thing, bro.
I'm just
He trying to
saying,
save
deflecting
himself
or
right
whatever.
now.
I'm just saying,
He said
that's the only reason.
why.
Because now, like I say,
'Cause
I was here.
Hey.
I was here. Now I'm here looking down to where I was. It was
Oh,
like,
God, you
man.
And you know what's
He
funny?
was.
And you know what's funny
Okay.
is that a lot of people wouldn't be able to do
Now
what
he's stupid.
Thank you.
Bon,
Thank
hey,
you,
Bon,
Jules.
Bon.
Thank you.
You know what's funny is that a lot of people wouldn't be able to do what Josh just did.
Oh
Thank you.
my God.
be able to look down and say, "Hey, I was stupid."
Yeah, that was so dumb, man. Man, I'm gonna tell you. Look. I'm gonna tell
People
you right now.
can't do it.
I'm gonna tell you right
sometimes.
now. I look at some of the past, like past relationships, bro, and I was like, bro, you so dumb,
Yeah.
man. I look at it. I look at some of the things I said and some of the things, the lengths I would go, and was just thinking like, bro, you were so stupid back
Yeah,
then,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like, dang. But in that moment, I felt like I was doing, what was right. Like, I'm gonna do anything that I can to stay relevant to this person. But now I look at it, I was like, I was destroying myself for what?
Yeah.
Now that I'm with the woman of my dreams, it's a different story. I can say
Right.
that.
Yes.
That's it.
But before,
Before that though,
it was like, you look back on it and be like, just listen to some of the stuff that you thought was smooth.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. Write it down and read it back to yourself aloud and see what
Oh,
happens.
notice the allowed part.
Read it back. Look in the mirror and read it back to yourself and say, your eyes twinkle like I ain't gonna even read the whole thing. Just the dumbest. What was I thinking?
yeah, that's until
Understand?
you put some of that cement on that asphalt.
I remember that. I remember. Yeah, we had a lot of
Everything went down.
smooth sayings. We had a lot of them.
Hey, everything would do. I don't know what
They're
y'all
still
talking
in the repertoire
about. I don't know
They're
what y'all
still
about.
relevant, for those who want to use them. You know what I'm saying?
for those who
Y'all
want
can
to
use that one.
But learn from him. I mean, I say like this: you can't learn from all your mistakes because some steps you don't think was a mistake, and some things you don't realize is a mistake
Until you find out
until you find out.
it was a mistake.
But the reason I say that is because you can be going so far in life and then make a false step, and then that false step make you realize that was a right step because what you've been doing has been the wrong thing the whole time.
You know how I feel about mistakes.
What's that?
You need them.
You do need them.
Yeah, I was
You
waiting.
need them.
You need the mistake.
You do.
You have to fail.
You need
And this is why I have a good relationship with failure. Because you think about a torpedo. I used this in our first podcast that we did
Way back when.
way back when. Got the name of it. All right? But
Day ones.
is it day ones?
Are
It
old.
is day ones. The journey from life to living. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used this in our first podcast. If you think about a torpedo, all right? How does it move? In order for it to hit the target, how does it move?
Mm.
It moves in waves. It goes left, right, left, right. It doesn't necessarily move straight, right? But it moves left, right, and whenever it moves too far to the left, a little fin, it activates to put it back on course and it turns right. So in essence, it fails forward and then it ends up hitting this target.
Okay.
And that's essentially what failing is about. You have to fail in order to succeed. That's the only way you can do better. It's the only way you know to do better. So my relationship with failure is amazing. I love to fail so that eventually what happens is you're not going to make that same mistake again. You're going to figure it out. So in life, just understand that failure, that's what comes with it. If you're not failing, what you doing? You got to fail to succeed. So that's my little 2 cents.
I think I had said
No,
something.
Josh, that was a drop the mic moment.
That was dropping my name. All right, this has been a.
That's like a nigga saying, but.
But
A good point.
Yeah,
You know
But
what
I'm not saying.
And
But
then
no,
he
no,
says,
you
I
exactly.
agree, but
You're exactly right.
Period.
But I think I mean
Also, comma.
I said but again.
yeah. See,
I remember
But
saying
that's just-
something.
that's just- there it is. Look,
in
he's
the-
going to give his 2 cents.
in the last podcast.
I'm not going to refute it. I'm
Yes.
just going to listen.
I completely agree with Vontae, and I'm gonna piggyback off what he say.
Oh, now you going to piggyback.
That's it right there.
Failure. He said he got a good relationship with failure. It's good to do that. It's good to expect failure. And I always remember that, as he said, failure, some people look at it as like, oh, it's all over, but it's a second chance. You have a second chance to analyze what you did before and to make it right the second time you go around. Now, if you do it a second time, there's no guarantee it may work that second time. But every time you can walk away from a failure, it's an opportunity for you to succeed.
Mhm.
Because now you have the information you need. Like, okay, I went left, this time I'm going to go right. Okay, I went right, this time I'm going to go vertical, horizontal, whatever it may be. So, as he say, get a good relationship with failure. Get a good relationship. Expect it. Expect it.
Yeah.
So that way you know that you're not perfect. Expect it. And so when it does happen, you'll be able to analyze the situation and gain something from it so you can succeed.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, succeeding. On a scale from 1 to 10, 6, 7.
I
Was that a rhyme?
Yeah, I was
6, 7.
the smile after made me think it was. 7.
Yeah.
I seen the meme.
6,
They
yeah.
were doing it on TikTok. I ain't know
That was
what
a
it
meme. Is that a famous one? I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's a 6. I don't know what it means. It's a 6, 7, and they do this. I don't know what it means.
Hey, real quick. What's worse? Is this worse than like when you fail? Is not learning from it worse than the
man.
failure?
Yeah, then what was the point of failing? You know what I'm saying? Like, just think about it. Like, you bump your head. Like, what's the point of bumping your head? Because you just got through pain. So if you're gonna go through pain, like, you gotta understand, like, okay, how did I get there? Like, if it hurt,
Yeah.
what got me there? So if something didn't work out and I felt pain, I have to understand what made me get to this point where I'm feeling pain, because I don't want to feel it no more.
Let's not do it again.
Well, yeah, and like the whole thing about pain is there's just think about if you didn't. Let's just say that. Let's say if you felt mental pain but not physical pain. Let's just say that, because you got the mental pain that I feel. If you didn't feel no type of pain at all, like, just think how much you would destroy yourself. You know what I'm saying? Bump into stuff or some drop on you or this or that. So that pain, as you said, is an opportunity for you to say, oh man, no, I ain't finna do that because I don't want to feel that no more. I don't want to be there no more.
I like that, because you have to feel, because if you always succeeding, you just feeling straight, pleasure.
Yeah, it's like
you don't-
reward.
it's
Or
nothing to
reward.
grow from. But when you have that negative and you feel some type of pain, you be like, bro, I'm not trying to ever get to that point. Like, you get disgusted at that. Like, I don't never want to feel like that no more. And at that point, you can make change.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to have that negative in order to feel the positive.
Yeah.
Or you got to have that negative to feel the positive. That's the only time the negativity is a beautiful thing.
How's a battery work?
But
How
a
does
negative
battery work?
and a positive. You got to have a negative to get the positive in order to get the power to turn on. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's a good point, though.
Yeah, I feel the
Yeah.
negative, feel the
If you're not
positive.
feeling, if you're not feeling nothing, or if you're just feeling one thing, so it's kind of like like you say, if you're just going through life and everything is just handed to you, then that's a problem. But if you're just going through life and everything, you just like everything is going wrong, you don't care, it's just like I say, it is what it is, then that's a problem. So you got to know how to have that balance for it. So you know that you don't want to be here no more, so you want that feeling of success. But if you always got feeling of success, when you get here, then you're not going to know what to do because that's your first time experiencing something like that.
I remember when, you know what I'm saying, I went through a situation.
I was 9 years old.
Just smile.
And I was just laying.
And I really didn't understand the things that were happening to me. But then I started to understand some of the things that
was happening to me.
That was happening to me.
And that when I became wheezy. And my dad.
I was like, man, I said, man, that's so funny, dude. I can't believe I didn't think of that. Because there's some interviews where it'd be like that. They'd be like this. yeah, so what you saying is.
Yeah, you seen the one where he dropped his
Yeah. Oh my God.
My
God.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my God. That boy rest for it.
Yeah, he did. He sure did.
Rest around and rest
It
around.
was something.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. What you looking up, bro?
It was something I wanted to say. Oh, okay, I remember. I remember what I wanted to say about, like, you know, nothing against tall people. But it's one thing I hate about tall people the most. And that is when you're in a public bathroom, you trying to take a dump, and either you can see this or this when they walk over the stall. And it's usually right before you wipe, you be like, hey, bro, like, duck when you come past this stall, duck down. It's always right. You know, like, you know, I don't be wanting nobody to know I'm in there anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I go in there doing my business and stuff, you know. So I hear somebody walking in, and I'm like, yeah, so I don't know what it is, you know what I'm saying? So like right before I try to, you know, finish the job, I hear somebody walking, I sit back down and be like, man, this dude, know I'm in here trying to finish. He gonna walk in the bathroom.
Trying to finish.
So then I don't hear him no more. You know, I'm like, okay, cool. So let me go get in position. Then I get up, and then it's a dude tall, and all I can see is this. Like, he look over a fence, and I'm like, I'm just looking at him like, hey, look, when you come past this one,
You're following.
duck. I don't know if they need to make him more tall up here, because I think I really,
bro.
I think I really, you know how my shoes look. You know, that's the biggest thing. When you taking a dump, all right, Jordans. Then especially at the gym, you be like, God damn, somebody blowing it up. I look at their shoes, like, okay.
Oh, that's that.
Then look, then I get out there.
Telltale sign.
Yeah.
I get out in the gym. Then he running fast on the treadmill. I say, yeah, I bet you running fast if you do that to that bathroom up in there. I know you, Jordans. I know who you is, Blue Jordans.
Hey, bro, you stupid.
That's why sometimes, like,
you got a light low now.
if I'm working out with somebody. It's like
He's ran a new record.
That's it.
Like this thing, I go in there, you know what I'm
I know
saying?
you,
Sit
Blue
down.
Jay.
If I hear somebody come in, I might like, I'm like, hurry up and pee, dude, so I can go put my feet back down. I want you to know it's me.
I don't know which one's better. This one or this one. You vote. You vote. Which one's better, this one?
bro, especially like if it's real, like if I'm there like this, I'm like, dang, bro, I'm tearing this mug up. As soon as I hear somebody in there, like they'll come in with the earphones and they'll be saying, nah, I'll be like this. Dude, no, I'm in here. Freak.
Hey, I don't know why I imagine like when you're in that position, your face is also like this.
Yeah, like for real, bro. And then there go the other thing. When I'm done, it can't be nobody in there. It can't be nobody in the bathroom. So
And the hand placement.
I'll sit in there and stand up in the stall, and I'll be waiting for. I'll be like, I'll be like, is they gone? And then I come out the stall like this.
You be listening.
Cause you know I didn't mess it up. I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying, the stinking dude in there on the exercise equipment and stuff. So when I come out of there, I be like, man, boy, I had to pee. Boy, I had to pee bad up in there, man. Woo, man. Especially if it's somebody I know, they'd be like, dang, bro. I was like, yeah, man, shoot. That certain like energy drink, how you pee for a long time. You know? I think he knows when he asks me, like, man, I ain't see you. Oh, yeah, I was peeing, bro. But yeah, that's why I'm like tall people. When y'all come past my stall, bro, just please duck. Just don't do that. Like I said, I didn't sit there and watch the dude. Then he couldn't get the door open, so I'm just looking at the top of his head like, bro, hurry up, get this door open, man. Go in there and do your business, bro.
That's hilarious, bro.
That's why I remember that. I was just sitting there.
I'm glad you brought that up because that's an active problem in America,
Yeah,
or all around the world actually.
Yeah. I knew a guy at my old job. He said he'd take his shoes off and turn around backwards. And they could see like somebody. So he said he was peeing. He said he'd take them off and turn around. So somebody see, they'd be like, "Oh, he just peeing."
It's a long pee, bro.
That's so stupid. Turning around backwards. That's kind of 3,000 IQ.
Then you're bloop.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. I guess it's just from growing up in the family. They'd be like, "Dang, boy, you in there blowing it up." I just got this, you know, this poop shine, man. I just can't, you know.
Can't shake it.
I'd be like, shh. Somebody walk in and sing, you know, they sound, like I say, they sound bad.
Yeah,
because they in their ear, they be, I wanna die, like this. Then if the legs start creeping down, then I gotta do this.
But like, yo, that whole thing is pointless when they try to open the door, and then you gotta say, "I'm in here."
Yeah. I say then it's like, hey,
now they know you how to do it.
Yeah, now
so
they know you're like
that,
this.
you just be like,
No,
like a scary movie.
no, you can't because they bust that thing open. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
It's like, hey,
Your initial reaction,
chill out.
Your initial reaction is gonna be like, "Yo, I'm in here."
Yeah,
As soon as you start banging in, you
chill
be like,
out,
"Hey,
chill
hey,
out.
hey."
First thing I do is like, you know, I'm quick. I'm quick about, you know, in the bathroom. I pull my pants up so quick. Hey man, I'm in here, bro. I'll pull my stuff up so quick, boy. There's some crazy people out here. I don't know what they doing. I have my pants up, boy, so quick. Man.
Hey, what you do?
Hey. It's kind of like, you know, when you peeing in the urinal and then somebody come and get in the urinal beside you.
Yeah.
I scoot up first. I'll be like, bro, it's like another urinal. Why you never go in the middle, bro? If it's a full house, I get it. Right. Bro, you never go in the middle. Like, I'm sitting there like, you know, I'm like, dude come and pee on the side of my. And not only that, I don't want to listen to my pee, so I hold my pee. I'm shivering. I'm like, dang, you're even finished, dude. You too close.
I'm dead.
Soon as it be, I'm like, man, this dude, no, he ain't supposed to pee next to me. I like for people to hear my pee dripping the water either, man. That's another thing. Like, they come in there and get too close.
You're the silent assassin.
I cut it off.
See, I'm a little bit different. I want the loud drops when I pee.
Well, I don't want the loud drops, but I want them that way, though.
Mine don't hold no bass when they hit the water. I feel like they gonna think my stuff.
Hey, I tell you the secret to that.
So I try to.
He ain't bad at
dips, bro.
Here's the secret to that.
Make it sound.
Ain't right at the water.
That's it.
Go to the toilet. Don't go to the urinal. Go to the toilet so you can close the door.
Yeah.
Push them up. Them up be like, like,
me.
That's me.
Yeah, that's me. When you in that waterfall,
hey, you come out the bathroom.
Bot gets an award from this every time.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. It go down in the major way.
And that's like I say. That's like if you see me in there, like bro,
go somewhere else.
Yeah, go to the one down there.
Man, that's funny.
Yeah, that's hilarious, bro.
Can't do it.
Bot, you ever did the leg up thing?
I have. I've done a leg.
That's why it's so funny to him.
I did it. I actually did it.
I've only done it. The one where you put it like this, like this dude. I know he is not here.
Hey, you gotta.
For me, it's the arms.
It's like, oh man, this dude is coming back here.
When the shoulders are brought up, and you're like bracing yourself.
You got to, because
you got
the leverage, bro.
Then your legs start doing like this. Like, man, when are you gonna get
you
done?
You gotta brace yourself, bro. Like, you can't not brace yourself When you put the feet all the way out like that.
Y'all gonna make my glasses fog up, man.
That's funny as freak, bro.
I don't know what it is. It's just, it's like I don't. I think the thing is when you know, like, man, it's finna be bad. It's finna be bad.
You already
Real
know.
bad. Then what I hate, this is another thing I hate is when they walk in and they know it's finna be bad because like when you had a tissue with the soap, you finna wash the toilet seat off.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you try to get the tissue, y'all both look at each other like, yes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be sitting on there for a long time,
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
gonna make sure you know.
Go down.
You try to be slick with it, like, yell at me so they walk out. You look up. I'm finna just watch the toilet seat off if you was if you was wondering when I was doing this. So.
I gotta handle my business real quick, you know what I'm saying?
I hope you don't mind.
I'm dead.
It's just it's just something for the listeners, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see me, just remember, just wait till I'm done. I won't panic.
Won't panic.
It happens to the best of us. You know
It
what I'm
does.
saying?
It does. It truly does.
Yeah. But no.
Vaught's looking at his type of shoes now.
Hey, man, that's funny.
Who
boy.
saw
For real, that's been the craziest thing. I don't know what it is, but I be looking at it like, hey, bro, don't look at. Why are you looking at my shoes? What? And
Why are you looking at my shoes?
he knows. I'm gonna turn that mug up, man. He knows.
Why you looking at my shoes?
He
No, with
Yeah.
Crocs on.
Yeah, they know it's me and the Crocs.
You did the damage.
Yeah, they
okay?
like, dang, that was you blew it up
What
like
you
that.
eat today, brother?
It's Jews that blew it up.
But then you got some of them folks that ain't.
Oh, they don't be scared at all.
They don't be scared at all. They
They
be
let
like,
you know.
hey man, like shoot, I went to work the other day, and you been there kind of talking to them and all that.
I lost 5 pounds after I got off that.
And then you having a good conversation, like especially like these they had a scale in there in a little locker room area in 10 Fitness. You know, we get on the scale, whatever. We talking this and that, blah blah blah. So he's going towards the stall. So I'm like, okay, he finna stop talking. I'm finna wash my hands. He's still talking. Yeah, man. I was trying to. I was like, hey,
Whoa.
talk to me when you get out. Talk to me when you get out here.
For real?
Like, yeah, just like you got some people that just ain't.
Just comfortable.
Yeah.
They just like that, like, yeah,
That's that
man.
married
And
life right there. Niggas
be
get-
like,
get
now hold on,
comfortable
dog.
after a while.
Just talk to me afterwards.
Don't talk to me while you at war like
But
that.
that's how
bro.
they do. That's how they do when they pee. They want to have a conversation with you.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I keep my earphones on. Like they don't even be on. I just put them in my ear, so just so nobody won't be talking to me. Hey, what's up, man? Huh? Did you say something? I keep my earphones on.
What did
Yeah,
you
no
say,
talking.
something?
No talking, man. No talking. Keep my head down. I'm man of my own business. Don't pee next to me. Then I hate that. Like one of the stalls. So this is the crazy thing. You know, they got the little walls in between them. One of the stalls, the wall got ripped off.
Oh damn.
So it's
Whoa.
2 stalls. It's just like there.
There.
Yeah.
I went in there and them 2 was open. I held my pee. I was like, I'm not finna, man. What? I'm not finna be here, man. There's no protection, no splash guard between us. I'm not finna do that. They got the little pee rugs.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, so like when I pee, like a lot of times my front of my body be leaned forward because I don't want to step on the little drip rug.
Yeah,
I don't want
yeah.
to step on the drip rug. So I'm like, then a wall between us? Nah, I can't do it, man.
I
You
feel
might.
that.
You got the people that pee far, and you got the people that pee close. A far pisser come in there, and then it's just like, I'm like, nah,
Shotgun jets.
can't do it, man, can't do
Gotta
it.
be early morning for me to do it. Pee
Yeah,
with no stalls.
yeah. The door is missing. I'm like, you ain't got no out of order on this mug, nothing. Like, come on now, I might want you peeing on around this
Gotta
mug.
be early morning.
Ain't nobody can say that.
Oh yeah, it's gotta be early morning, about 89 degrees. I
Can't nobody tell me that.
I try to. If
I'll be confident in the
be right
mug.
there till
How did he know
Oh,
the
me, I'll be
degrees?
confident in the mug, bro.
I walk around in there like the folks at big
Ah,
athletic clubs.
Look, that's it.
Like,
I'll
hey, man,
be-
you gonna change right here? Yeah, it's early in the morning, about 89 degrees. I'm finna change right here.
I'll pee by the entry door, boy. Try to make it to the.
Then I'll be one of them guys. Hey, good morning.
On me.
Like, this dude, hey,
We
this
all
guy's-
got the same thing.
yeah, one of them guys. Yeah, sometimes saying, hey, we're all men here. Yeah,
All good.
yeah.
89
early in the
degrees
morning.
really
Yeah,
gets me.
it's gotta be,
That's
you know,
it.
it's gotta be the good.
Catch me at 6 a.m. though. But yeah, man, I
Sharp.
thoroughly enjoyed the conversation, man.
Yeah, man, it was pretty good.
It's always a
man.
good time.
It was. It's always a good time hanging with the fellas, being
All
back
the time,
around,
man.
talking about the past. The blast from the past is always a beautiful thing.
It
I
is,
like
man.
going back there in certain situations, learning from it, and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, trying to continue to move forward and progress.
I always think it's funny that like as life continues, you're still learning from the past.
That's it.
You are.
Mental
Still
health is
learning from
everywhere.
it, man.
It's in all aspects, past, present, future, all of
It
it.
is. It is.
So we all learning from it, and you know, June is mental health awareness, and we just want to continue to make everybody aware of it, learn from it, grow from it. You know, also putting steps in to help you progress. You know, because it ain't just, you know, when you make someone aware of it, it ain't just like, oh yeah, these are my issues. No, this.
Yeah.
How do we move forward? How we continue to take that stuff forward so that we can progress? You know what I'm saying? What precautions do we need in place? You know, now that everybody's aware of what's going on, how can we help? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I feel like June is all about. You know, how do you help ones move forward? You know.
Yeah, exactly.
And just like we say, just kind of take a mental look at yourself sometime, because you know there's a lot of people out there sometimes don't know that they have a problem, or don't want to admit they have a problem. They did, you know, kind of in denial, and that's another self-destructive path. You know, you don't want to do that. If it is it is a problem, it is an issue, you want to know how you can work past it or deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Acceptance, as they say, acceptance is the first road to recovery. So accept it. Like Monte say, accept failure. Accept it. That's the only way you're going to be able to get over failure, is if you accept it. It's just part of it. Learn to live with it. As I always say, easier said than done. I get it. But try to take those steps towards getting over, dealing with, or overcoming whatever it may be that you're going through. I don't know what you're going through. I know what I'm going through. We know what each other going through. So never take what we say as if we're putting down your problems.
Mm-hmm.
Your problems is your problems. Your trauma is your trauma. We're just giving you kind of like tips and tricks that we use for ourselves to move forward. And you can give us, you know, your tips and tricks. That's fine.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's all about. We're all about sharing this positive information. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tell us what you did. We telling you what we did. Tell us what you did. Maybe we can use what you did. We don't know. We'll see.
Comment below for everybody that's listening out there. Comment below whether it's a situation that you need advice on, you know, that you know you're struggling with currently. Because again, it's mental health awareness month. Comment below anything that you're going through, and we have followers too that you know can help give you advice. We can give you advice, vice versa. If you went through a situation that you know what I'm saying, you survived and you got through, let us know in the comments below. How did you get through it? What was the situation? You know, how do you learn from it? How can you help other people to learn from it? Again, Mental Health Awareness Month. Let's go out with a bang. I mean, you know.
we got about 17 more days.
Positive, yeah, the positive stuff.
Oh boy, that's crazy. Man.
You know
no
what I
pun
mean.
intended.
No pun intended. You know what I mean. Let's make sure we do it the right.
Hey, we just like destroyed everything we ever talked about. So this is it, guys. That's all I'm trying to take from this. We going through something.
Let's go with a bang.
Let's go out. You got to be careful what you say. You know what I'm saying? Choose your words wisely. Comment down below. You know, let us know.
For sure.
Yeah, I got you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
So this has been another episode of the day-to-day podcast, day-to-day conversations. You know, I am Von Teasy for no reason, here to make your life easy, here to provide valuable information for no reason. Also certified stepdad. Y'all know how it goes.
Make sure that's stamped.
Hey, matter of fact, yeah, y'all make sure y'all hit me up. You know what I'm saying, on my TikTok. I don't know my TikTok, but y'all
know who I am.
Is that your name? Is that your name?
Is it username Von Teasy?
I think it is Von Teasy.
Yeah, because I think it's I think Levante.
We'll tag it down below.
Man, y'all hit me up. DM your boy. You know what I'm saying? I can provide any type of value.
Any type.
Yeah.
Any type.
That's it. Shout out to the single mothers out there. I am a single mother supporter. Okay. I just want
For
y'all to
sure,
know that
for
first and
sure, for
foremost.
sure.
Certified.
Yeah, certified stepdad. All right. If any of you stepdads need a certification, hit me up. I got you.
It's 1-800.
I got you. Just remember that. So signing out to my left.
This is Jay-Z, the kid here. Thanks again for another episode, watching the whole way through. We really do appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to pass it to my left side to the man over here. I almost said your name over here.
I like how you said that. Appreciate you watching all the way through.
If they made it this far, you got to.
Right.
Yeah, for real though. Like Jules say, man, appreciate you watching all the way through. You know what I'm saying? And as I say, this is just some things that just stuff we go on day to day in our life. No Josh Lou signing out. Y'all like, subscribe, share, and comment. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to know y'all thoughts. You listen to ours, tell us yours. So you know what I'm saying. At that, we're gonna bring it to a close.
We'll see y'all next week. People tune in.
Peace.
I don't pay attention to